the nasty secrets of moving. I'm Megan Morris from Megan Morris TV, and I am here with Wendy Newell, who is a director of moving with Megan's Moving, and she has some really great tips to talk to you about because moving is a very stressful time, and there's a lot of nastiness to it. So make sure you subscribe. If you haven't yet, please look up our channel, and we look forward to your comments. You know, moving is, like we said, very stressful, and a lot of things can go wrong. But what is one of the biggest things?
One of the worst things in moving, Megan, is the breakage. The breakage. And, you know, according to the Better Business Bureau, the national average of breakage is 20%.
Well, that's not us.
No, that is absolutely not us. We are right around 1 to 1.5%, which is phenomenal.
Right.
Phenomenal.
Yes. Well, that's one of the reasons I went into this business, because I had a lot of things broken when we used to hire out movers.
Yes.
You know, we would hire the faceless franchises, and you know, something would go wrong, and I would try to get hold of somebody, and I'd be routed to all these different call centers.
Sure.
And automation.
3 states away.
And nobody cared, and nobody you know, did anything. And then when they did, it was the smallest amount of help you could get. Like, they broke this big table of mine that's glass top. It wasn't glass, it was a granite top. And they just wanted to glue it back together. You know, and then they tried to tell me, well, just put a floral arrangement on it.
Yeah, nope, that doesn't work. And let me guess, for your troubles, they probably offered you 20 cents on the pound to replace that tabletop, right?
Yeah,
exactly. That's what they do. They offer 20 cents on the pound per item for breakage. And how do you replace grandma's piano? It's priceless.
No, not when you have sentimental. I mean, moving is a very stressful time.
Absolutely.
These are sentimental pieces to you, and just all the aggravation.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, it's awful. Oh, tell us about some of the others.
Well, the other thing, TVs. You know, today our TVs are $1,500 for these nice HGTV, UHD, whatever they are, smart TVs, but they weigh 10 pounds. So when they're broken, what are you getting? $20?
That's why it's so important to pack properly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Tell us about some of the things that we do extra for packing.
With us, when it comes to packing, we take that extra time to wrap and pad all the furniture. Right. Making sure that everything is protected and well taken care of, because we're moving from point A to point B, and we don't want to break anything. No,
no. You know, and speaking of going from point A to point B, years ago I had these beautiful French Aubusson rugs that were going to this big house in Palm Beach, and they had to match, and they were because this room was really big, and I didn't realize, but the truck that we had used, because it wasn't our truck, we had hired out, had a leak. And they must have something on the bottom, some kind of ink, and it actually stained. So by the time we got there, we had this big ink spot on one of the Aubusson rugs that we couldn't use. And we obviously couldn't put it on their floor because we'd be worried we had ruined their floors. So we had to go out and try to find something like that, which was, you know, horrible. But just the damage of it. And that's why our trucks are padded, no skids. We have a... you know, we have a carpeted so the things don't skid, so they don't get loose, and then it's padded on the sides, so it just
helps us shock and shift.
Nice and clean.
It won't shift. The lid won't shift during transport. Exactly. Yeah. And that vacuum seal inside, it helps keep everything protected. And
makes a big difference.
Absolutely. And that's our goal, is we're going to treat your furniture like our own, the way we treated our staging furniture. Right. And
like, tell us about what we do for the homes, because a lot of people want to get their deposits back. You know, if they're renting, they want to make sure that, you know, that you take care of the house that they left as well as the house that you're going to. Absolutely.
So one of the things too that our moving team does is when they come in and prep your house prior to the move, we are putting down floor protection, any hardwood, tile surface, anything that we can to protect those floors. We protect your door jambs, your stairwell, anything wall protection. We get some clients that are like, you know, maybe have switchback stairs, and we want to protect that wall right there where the stairs turn back. Anything we can do to protect, especially those brand new houses that, you know, it's brand new hardwood floors. And you know what else I think is really special is our guys, our movers are... Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it's wonderful that the team of movers we have are our employees. These are the same guys that I work with day in and day out. They are background checked, they are criminal background checked, they are drug tested. We don't want anyone coming into your home that we wouldn't let into ours. And
and they've got so much training. I mean,
Yes.
I have people tell me all the time how polite they are.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It really, that is true. That is probably the biggest compliment I get all the time about how polite and courteous our team is.
Right, right. Right. So, yeah, so tell us what else that makes us different from other moving companies.
Well, one of the things that I like to do is I personally come out and take an inventory of what you're moving.
Right.
And we can talk about packing services, the physical move itself, or even unpacking you. We can do it all. You don't have to lift a finger if you didn't want to.
Right.
So I come out, I'll take an inventory, and from that inventory, that really helps me plan exactly how many movers you need, how many trucks you need, what size trucks you need. Do you need any extra supplies?
Right.
We're not guessing. We're
Right.
not guessing. You're not calling into me and giving me an inventory over the phone for a 5,000 square foot house.
Right.
And I tell you what you need.
It's impossible to do on your own.
Absolutely. I come out and I take a look, and we're not guessing. So that way it helps with the seamless move. We want it to be smooth and as stress-free as possible.
That's so different when you call an automated service and
Exactly.
they send you just a form that's standard and you fill it in, because it's really hard to assess your own home.
Absolutely.
Because with all your stuff, I always find that you always think you have a lot more stuff than you think you have until you start packing.
Until you start packing.
Like, wow, I thought I just had a room full. I guess I have a couple truckloads full.
Exactly. Happens every time. Every time. Once you start pulling things out of cabinets and closets, you never realize how much you really have.
And you know, the other thing that I try to get across to homeowners is to meet with us right away. A lot of people think, oh, you know, I'm meeting with the realtor, I'm going to get my house. It could be a long way down the road, but it's not always. You know, sometimes it sells right away, especially when we help with it.
And then you're overwhelmed. Then you are overwhelmed.
Right,
exactly.
right. And so you might as well get a head start early,
Absolutely.
and you can start getting things packed up. So what I like to do is tell people you can start putting boxes together. One could be to donate, one's to take to your next house, pack up those personal pictures, decluttering, and we can help with all of that.
All of it.
And then another box of the things that you know you're going to keep.
Exactly.
And then you do a thorough cleaning, and then you just put those few items back, and it's a whole different, you learn to live a lot differently, and you know you'll get all your things back eventually, but it's just a nice way to showcase the house, to show it decluttered.
Yes, absolutely. And talking to your point on donation, I tell people all the time, if you don't use it, you don't want it, don't pay to move it. Go ahead and set everything aside, get it ready to donate. You know, save yourself that headache of once you get into the new house, you're not having to find a place for it or stick it in the garage, which is everyone's favorite storage space, you know?
Right.
So
it's amazing how much you accumulate. You know,
it really is.
They say if it doesn't bring you joy anymore, it's time to move on. Let someone else.
Let it go.
Yeah, it might bring somebody else joy. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, these are great points. I really appreciate you being on the show, Wendy.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you want to conclude with? Because there's lots to talk about.
Well, I will tell you, Megan, one thing that's so funny is I get asked all the time if you're a real person.
Oh.
I do. All the time I get asked if you're a real person.
Yeah.
So but in conclusion, please, feel free to email me. It's wnewell@megansmoving.com, or you can call the office, 407-930-4553.